Hello, Rabbanit Shira.
Shalom, Rabbanit Hamutal. So I don't know about your house, but in my house we have a saying, Ima is always right, which is
Every
me.
house, I think.
I'm always right. Now, when is it problematic? It's problematic
When you're wrong.
when I'm wrong, which happens, to my surprise, which happens
Very rarely.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
But then the whole rule is being questioned.
Yeah.
So what do I want to say? The rule is always right.
Always right.
But there are
Exceptions.
Exceptions.
Could be
the
exceptions.
is that I'm wrong. And what I'm saying is that here in our Gemara, now in the 3rd chapter of Masechet Sanhedrin, we have an example to this beautiful rule of Rava is always right, except to when Abaye is right.
Yes. So it's very interesting. Abaye and Rava are a very famous chavruta in the Gemara. Usually we go according to Rava. But this week we're going to meet one of the 6 cases that are called Yael Kegam. These are the initials of these exceptions, where we say, okay, Rava, you're doing great, but this week we're going with Abaye, and we started the 3rd chapter of Masechet Sanhedrin, and now we're talking about the witnesses.
So if till now we spoke about the judges and how important that they will be righteous people and have a right mind and they'll know how to judge
and rule according to the Torah and be sensible and Yirat Shamayim people. Now we're moving on to talk about the witnesses.
Nachon, because the judges are only ruling according to what the witnesses are telling them.
Right.
So this chapter, basically we're shifting the importance to the witnesses.
Right.
So we have in this whole chapter talking about who are allowed to be witnesses and who are we going to disqualify as being witnesses. It could be people that we're saying that they're dishonest, or people that we're saying that we don't trust them. But it also can be people that the court is like caught. They are being caught in a lie. Right. But not just in a regular lie, but they're being caught in a lie that let's give an example. Let's say I'm coming to the courthouse and I'm saying, I saw this man doing this crime on Sunday, 2:00, in this place.
Yeah.
And then other 2 witnesses are coming after me and saying, oh, we've been on Sunday at 2:00, we've been in Switzerland with that person, meaning he wasn't even there.
So that is called Edim Zomemim. Edim, witnesses who are coming into the court, they're lying through their teeth, and then new set of witnesses are coming and are actually questioning their whole witness because they're saying, no, you were with us, so you cannot have been there to see that crime.
They're not just questioning if it happened or it didn't happen. They're bichlal questioning the fact that the witnesses that are saying that they were not even there. And this is Edim Zomemim. So regarding Edim Zomemim, we have a machloket in between Abaye and Rava.
Okay, but first we're going to go to the psukim and see what the Torah says about Edim Zomemim.
Because Edim Zomemim, it doesn't start in the Gemara. The Gemara is learning it from the Chumash.
Yes. Dvarim. פרק י"ט, the Torah is saying, לא יקום עד אחד באיש לכל עוון ולכל חטאת בכל חטא אשר יחטא, על פי 2 עדים או על פי 3 עדים יקום דבר. First of all, we need more than 1 witness to judge according to, and then it says, what happens if a person gets up in the morning and says, I really hate this person. I'm going to pretend things happen, and I will say I saw the crime even though I did not.
Some sort of a conspiracy.
Exactly. כי יקום עד חמאס באיש לענות בו שרה, ועמדו 2 אנשים אשר להם הריב לפני השם, לפני הכהנים והשופטים אשר יהיו בימים ההם, ודרשו השופטים היטב. The judges have to make sure that the witnesses are not lying. If they caught them lying, והנה עד שקר, העד שקר ענה באחיו, ועשיתם לו כאשר זמם לעשות לאחיו, וביארת הרע מקרבך. If we have 2 witnesses who are lying and saying things that did not happen, we are going to put upon them what they wanted to do to me. Meaning, for example, if they're saying I murdered someone, which means I can get the death penalty, they will get the death penalty because they lied about me.
And it could also be in mamonot, it could be regarding knasot, it could be regarding to money, but it could also be about nefashot. And if they are having a conspiracy against someone because they want the courts to kill him, the end result would be that he will get killed.
Yes.
Wow.
Very
dramatic.
Yeah, very dramatic.
So this is the machloket in between Abaye and Rava regarding Edim Zomemim.
Yes.
Abaye is saying, I'm on Daf Kaf Zayin, Ed Zomem, Abaye amar limfra unifsal, ורבה אמר מכאן ולהבא. So Abaye is saying, the minute that the court have decided that this person is Ed Zomem, so we have to discard, we have to get rid of all the places that he was a witness from the beginning, from the first time that he was a witness. So if he grew up and he became 18 and he started witnessing in the court
or signing contracts, taking
being
responsibility,
a witness as a signature on a contract, we're gonna have to disqualify all of those places, because in this moment we've decided that he's an Ed Zomem, so we disqualify him
all the way back,
all the way to his first witness.
Meaning, if he's dishonest now, we are assuming he was always dishonest, or we can't
trust him.
We can't trust him. So imagine what will happen now. Imagine he signed a contract for me 15 years ago, and now we're saying, oh, the contract is not valid anymore. We have to do everything from the beginning. It's a whole mess. It's a whole balagan. But what Abaye is saying, we can't trust this person. So even if he seems like a nice guy 15 years ago when he signed your contract, he's not.
And Abaye is saying that because he is saying, because it's something that we're learning from the Chumash. Because it's Gzerat HaKatuv, it's something that we're learning from Chumash Dvarim. This is something that we can't change.
Right.
Once he's Ed Zomem, he's Ed Zomem all the way, and we can't change it because we're learning it from the Chumash. In difference to Abaye, Rava is saying, okay, let's say we have Edim Zomemim. We've decided that this person is a liar and he can't be a witness. So he can't be a witness from this point and on. We're not going to trust him at court from this point and on. But we're not going to disqualify all of his places, all of his things that he tested beforehand.
So we're not going to look back and say, oh, this contract, this testimony, whatever he did 5 years ago, 2 years ago, even a month ago, we're not going to look at it. Rava is saying we're looking onwards and saying, okay, he's dishonest, and this is what we're doing from now on, and we're not looking
back. From this point on. And Rava is not saying it because he's worried about the court system and the load of cases that's going to open up if we're going to choose according to Abaye. He's saying that because he thinks that Edim Zomemim, even though we're learning it from the Chumash, it's something that is chidush, something that the Gemara is like reinventing from the Chumash, and that's why he's saying it's something that you can say it's from this point and on. Abaye is saying, no, this is exactly what the Chumash is talking about, and therefore, the minute that you are Ed Zomem, you are Ed Zomem all the way, throughout all of your life.
So this is what the Rambam is explaining in Sefer Shoftim Ilchot Edut. He's giving an example. אם אמרו להם, אין אנו יודעים אם זה הרג זה ביום זה בירושלים, כמו שאתם אומרים, או לא הרגו, ואנו מעידים שאתם עצמכם הייתם איתנו ביום זה בבבל. You said about Switzerland, they were in Bavel with them, they could not have been in Yerushalayim.
So they couldn't have seen the murder in Yerushalayim because we have witnesses saying, but you've been to Bavel.
הרי אלו זוממים ונהרגים ומשלמים. הואיל והעדים שהזימו אותם לא השגיחו על עצמה של עדות כלל, and it says, according to the Rambam, זה שהאמינה התורה העדים האחרונים, the one who disqualified the first set of witnesses, גזירת הכתובי. So this is what, according to Abaye, and this is the way we rule, and this is because this is what the Torah says. But going back to the whole discussion throughout the Gemara between the discussions between Abaye and Rava, so we always go according to Rava except for 6 cases, right?
Except for 6 cases that the Gemara has given us initials, and it's called Yael Kegam, and Rashi is helping us out by opening and letting us know what does it stand for. So it stands for Yeush Shelo Midat, desperation. Yeah. It stands for Ed Zomem, which is the case that we're talking about right now. It's talking about Lechi Omed, this is something in Iruvin, about Kiddushin, about Giluyei Dat Begitin, about Mumar She'ochel Nevelot. The Mumar that Ochel Nevelot, right now the Gemara is talking about Ed Zomem, and she's saying, oh, we're talking about something that Abaye and Rava are disagreeing about, but we're ruling according to Abaye. Here, I'm going to give you another example. The second example is Mumar She'ochel Nevelot Leteavon.
Okay, so I think when I first came upon Yael Kegam, I felt really bad for Abaye. I'm like, throughout the Gemara, you have so many machlokot, so many discussions, and you never get to win except for 6 cases. But now, when I reread and relearned this Gemara in the Sanhedrin, I said, everyone remembers.
Everyone remembers.
Yael Kegam. We all know what Abaye got to win, and it's very interesting to think about the different cases, and do they have something in common, that Abaye is very
persistent.
Exactly.
In his meta-halachic thought.
Yeah.
This is a good research.
Yeah, good research.
Look it up.
Keep learning and know that you're always right. Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.